y'all, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by to watch another video. I wanted to share some kind of lesson learned that I've learned from using my brother's Scan and Cut. I started crafting in May of 2017. My YouTube channel started I think around April of that same year. I was doing some couponing and wanted to share with some family and friends. Next thing you know, I saw some crafting channels and I started crafting. So I had my brother Scan and Cut for about 2 years. So if you know a lot about it, this is probably not the video for you. I just wanted to share. I did have some questions. So the first thing I wanted to share is how you would change the shades for the scanner to recognize. So you can change that shade from lighter to darker. So I'm just doing this for demo purposes only. And I have the washi all over there to show you something else that I've learned. So we'll do a scan, a direct cut on the machine. This recognition mode, this is the whether you want it to recognize black and white or color. To change this before you start scanning, you just hit that little tool space and you can go from color to black and white. Once you select the one that you want, just hit OK. It'll change right here. That's the black and white mode. And then this is the color mode. Once you've done that, you just hit start and it'll scan like normal. So my item has scanned. This is the color recognition that you have, so it's in color. In the color mode, you just select the items you want it to cut and you hit OK. It'll recognize those. And of course, the more images and color you have on the page, the longer it takes. So these are all the images that it's going to cut out. You have to make sure everything that you want cut has a line going all the way around it. If you can't see, just hit your magnifier and you can see the shapes. See how some of those have the extra little lines in it? If you want to take those out, you just exit out of that and you can go to OK. If you want to put your border, you go ahead and do that there. Hit OK and OK again and it'll process that. And then there's a little function on here, this function right here with the square, the rectangle, and I think it was a triangle in there. That'll let you delete shapes. I did share this on the last video I did with the brother Scan and Cut, but if you have multiple things, like it's picking up all the washi tape and stuff around the corners, this one right here with the 3 squares, hit that. And then hit the one that has everything selected. So it'll select everything on the page. The fastest way to get rid of all that extra stuff is just unselect the ones that you want to cut out. Hit OK. Hit the trash can so everything that's currently selected will be deleted. Hit OK. And this is all that's going to be cut now. So then you would hit OK and cut like normal. So now I've gone back to where you frame the image. If you wanted to recognize more color, the way to change that, it'll come up here in a moment on the screen. It has some numbers where you can go up and down, and it's the same thing on the black and white screen, and I'll go back and show you how that works as well. So to change the amount of color, and this is just like the intensity, you go up with the numbers and down with the numbers. I'll show you how you do the black and white. I'll go back to the main screen. So direct cut. I'll change this to a black and white grayscale and then start scanning that in the grayscale, and I'll show you how what the difference is. So this is a scan in black and white. Even though the image is not black and white, it would still recognize the out part of the line. So what I just do is hit OK. Now it's picking up all this stuff. Even if you don't have a black and white image, it'll still recognize the dark areas of the picture. To make it lighter or darker, you change it by sliding this up and down. This will make it darker. This will make it lighter. So when you're doing like some yellows or some grays, you want to use the black and white so it'll recognize the shades of the gray and the black and white. And then you'll have to hit preview again and it'll recognize it based on the intensity of how you change the shades of the black and white. And that's what it picks up when you're on the darker scale. If you want to go lighter, you just go back to the left side and do preview again. So I went back to home, showed you how to delete multiple items, how to change it from the color to the black and white, and how to change the grayscale. One of the last things that I want to share is an issue that I had with my scan and cut, and I do apologize if the camera shakes, but I'm going to have to turn the machine upside down to share this. I'll turn it off. But there is a piece under the bottom. This is called the scan window. You can take this piece right here off, because if your machine is not scanning accurately, this probably needs to be cleaned. So you take this piece out, and you can see that clear window down there. You can see inside of the machine. You just take something and wipe that off. If you have any like debris or dust or anything in there, that will clear the scan window for you. That's how you clean it. And then you just slide that back in there. There's also a way to, what is it called? If it's not cutting correctly, you can do like an alignment on the machine, which I figured out just by playing around in the maintenance settings of it. I don't have any paper or anything in. I'll just show you really quickly. You just go to maintenance, and I think it's down here. This is where you change all your settings, and there's something that's called blade adjustment area, and you would have to put a piece of paper in there, and it'll adjust the blade how it cuts based on your mat. So if you get a new mat and you want to make sure your blade adjustment is correct, you can move it from side to side or align it based on how your mat is, but you do have to have the paper and the mat in there to do that, and all of those instructions are in the manual. And that's all I have to share for this video. If anyone has any additional questions, please leave them down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. This was specifically created for Miss Judy. So Miss Judy, if you have any additional questions, please just let me know, and I will see what I can figure out. Thank y'all so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.